If you got time, watch this.
Demons are using horror movies as portal.
So did you know demons come out of your TV when you watch horror films? So you probably want to stop doing that. Let's talk about it. So I can see into the spiritual realm, which means that I can see angels, I can see demons and other spiritual beings with my eyes and all my other five senses. It's like looking at a person that's more real than you and me. So when you watch horror films, demons actually crawl out of your TV. I've seen it. I have watched horror films before and watched them actually crawl out of the TV. I've also, when I go to movie theaters and I see that there's a horror film playing, I'll see demons actually on the door, and I'll poke my head into the theater and I will see demons crawling out of the theater and trying to make their way to actually attach themselves to people. You don't want to be those people who got demons on you. Demons are very real and they do not like you at all. And when I poked my head in one time and at a movie theater that was playing a horror film, I watched the demons come out of the screen, and some people who were there who knew the Lord had angels standing in front of them, and the angels' wings were open and the demons could not reach the people who were watching that horror film. So angels will protect us from watching horror films or watching things we shouldn't be watching, because the TV is actually a gateway. The TV is actually a portal. It looks like a TV in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm, it's actually a portal, and demons will crawl through it. Literally will crawl through it and attach themselves to you and give you nightmares and be in your house. It's a terrible thing. So I once was doing a deliverance prayer at my church, and a lady came up and she said that she kept getting tormented by demons. And I was like, oh, that's terrible. We prayed and everything. And the Holy Spirit told me, he said, ask her what she's watching at home. And so I said, what are you watching at home? And she said, oh, well, I collect horror films and it doesn't affect me. She said, but I collect horror films and I watch it. And I said, that's why you keep getting spiritually attacked. I said, because you're watching horror films and those demons are crawling through the TV and tormenting you. So we renounced that. She got rid of her horror films and her nightmares and torment stopped. And it was actually pretty cool to see Jesus set her free that way. So stop watching horror films. Stop watching things you shouldn't. If you love Jesus and you worship him, you got to quit the horror films, because that's the exact opposite. Jesus does not want to do with anything that deals with fear, So I encourage you to stop watching the horror films. All right. Love you guys.